Thanks to all our active patrons who have contributed a lifetime of $100 or more to reach Garuk Dong level status.
Here is the list of those special patrons in order of contributions.
If you would like to support our show, check out the Commander Smiths at patreon.com. Ooh, welcome to the Commander Smiths.
We are the Commander Smiths.
I'm Adam Smith.
I'm Lowery Smith.
Don't worry.
We're cousins.
I was going to say, you're like looking off to the side. I was like, Lowery, I'm over here.
I know. I'm having some technical difficulties. Nothing that should affect anything. But I have a monitor that the camera sits on, and it's on because it gives me some good light, which I need. But I then am looking at a screen that is not working right now, and I look like a fucking hobbit, and like just a short Mario from Nintendo face. It's gonna bother me.
Yeah. So when you're
How are you?
When you're looking forward, are you just looking at basically nothing at this point? I mean, there's nothing.
No, I turned it on so I can see the light type like.
But you can't see me really talking to you.
I can see you. Yes, yeah. No. That's big, but it's like squashy.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. So now it's off. I don't like that either.
It was pissing you off.
I don't like that either.
So then this is gonna be an episode where you're like talking to me, but not actually seeing me the whole time. Is that what it's gonna be?
No, you're good. You're good. Don't worry about it.
Right.
Don't worry about it.
This is episode 264, and what do we have in store? It's a Tuesday. It's a Tuesday because Lowery, you were somewhere very, very warm over the past couple days. Actually, was it? How warm was it there? Where were you first off?
It was upper. I was down in Phoenix, Arizona,
Nice.
hanging out with my dad.
Nice.
Traveled down there Wednesday, came back Monday night. So I got like 4 solid days, like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And brought the 2 kids. Wife stayed home, and so she got a vacation.
Yeah,
and
I think she more got the vacation than you got the vacation.
Right. And then the 2 kids were sick 3 of the full days, and we were at home. We were in air conditioning if it needed air conditioning. We did not go out. We went to like a train museum. That was dope.
Oh yeah, I saw that. That thing was huge.
It was very, very cool. Like there was a little like train we could ride on. There was some old school antiques. I don't remember the name of it though. Something Stillman. Something. It was cool.
Place.
It was very awesome. Cool. Yeah, like huge model train area. But that we just kind of stuck to home. And my dad is he has Parkinson's, and it's
a little hard for him to get around a little bit at this point.
Yeah,
and he's older too. I mean, he's in his 70s.
Don't put me on that. 73, 74, something like that. Probably 73.
Don't put you on what his actual age is what you're
I don't know that.
All right. So what do we have today? What is our episode today? I know we have some Malort stuff we have to deal with that we got to get to in a little bit.
Right. We're aiming for 4 tonight, right?
Well, here's the thing. I haven't seen Josh comment yet, but if he is on, we owe him a freebie. And he was going to take Malort shot with us. So that would be it's a freebie. So it doesn't count for our whatever. So then we would have 3 on top of that. So we're going to try to push 4 in this if we can. I did 4 last night, which was interesting.
I don't know why, from what I'm hearing. Yeah.
I don't know why either. I don't know. It was like last second, I was like getting ready to go live with Proxy Time. And I'm like, I mean, just in case, I'll go, oh, look at that, Team Force. I got Hello Boobies. I got the Hello Boobies.
That's a good one. That's a long sleeve too.
Yeah, those won't be available, but I'm testing this out, trying to figure out some stuff that I like. But yeah, I got the boobies one on.
Hello Boobies.
Josh
rub
is
your boobies.
here. All right, Josh is here.
Yo.
So originally, Josh had mentioned last night, he's like, hey, well, maybe we could do like a video, whatever. But I didn't have time to kind of get things set up for that tonight. So Josh, here is what I am asking is you give us a countdown on the chat, and then Lowery and I will take it. So when you're doing 3, 2, 1, then we're kind of almost we'll be 30 seconds behind you, but it'll feel like we're at the same time as you. So we'll see you do it. So whenever you're ready, you can kind of message us that you're going to start it, and then we'll start pouring ours.
This is like a Money in the Bank situation for WWE, where like when they win, they can challenge the champion at any time. Yeah. And so we could take a shot and you're like, and then he could start 3, 2, 1.
Well, okay. So we might as well get our glasses full. And I pulled,
do we want to do this?
I pulled a Lowery, and this is the same glass from last night. I did not wash it.
Yeah, it's fine. It's alcohol. It's basically antiseptic.
Well, and it
cleans your belly.
Oh, what is that noise? Hey, Zeus donated. Take your medicine, boys. Okay, so he add another shot onto our list, Lowery.
I will. Hey, Zeus, you are a month out at this point.
Yeah. We have.
I'm sorry, my friend.
We have a month's worth of shots that we owe.
What we got this year?
Yeah, and
all
Lowery,
right, so
you're gonna need to go to your liquor store very soon because
I am
past the halfway
absolutely
mark. So we're gonna need to get that done. So Josh, whenever you're ready. Oh, he's pouring now. Okay, so when we get a countdown on there, we will take our first of 4 tonight. I'll say proxy time last night was interesting to do with a buzz. I've never done proxies where I'm like a little bit buzzed out, but it was fun actually. I mean, I brought proxy time back this week while Lowery was gone. I took over instead of doing like deck tech stuff. We have been talking about bringing that back. My issue with proxy time from before was I felt like I was rushing whenever I was live. And he got a countdown. Here we go. 3. Come on, let's get a 2 in there, Josh. You can't do it. Do 2. Oh,
2. 2. And I do see you on our list, Jesus. So you're good.
Let's get that 1 and we'll take it. 2.
1.
Come on, where's the 1? Where's the 1? We might as well just assume it's 1.
Is he going to hold on to the 1?
Yeah, so just have our arms up this whole time.
For like
Josh,
10 minutes.
There it is. 1. Cheers. 1. All right.
Cheers, buddy.
Here we go.
Hope you enjoy it.
Like I said last night, too sober. I need to be a beer in before I take that first one.
Right.
How was it, Josh? How was it?
God, that's bad.
Mm-hmm. Is not good. Okay, so I also had hot beans last night too, but let me get back to the proxy time stuff. So I cut it. I stopped doing it because
I feel like you remember that like Saturday or no Mad TV gal that was like
yeah
that's what it feels like.
Yeah,
it's like just awful,
just gross.
Josh died, so we're vindicated.
He wrote something.
He's running around his apartment.
Yeah,
he's like a Jim Carrey character, like in pain, jumping around, rolling with a pillow attached to his butt. I don't know.
Damn it! I wish I had planned this out a little better. We should have had him record himself at least and then post it to the Discord.
He might have.
Yeah, so I don't know. Josh, if you do, he just wrote with ... Okay, so proxy time stuff. I haven't done it for 8 months, and the problem I was having was when it's live, I feel like I have to rush myself, and so I wasn't taking time with the proxies because I'm like, there's people watching. I don't want it to get boring or whatever. And when they're good proxies, I like to work on them a while. And so this last Friday and yesterday, that's the feel that I did there is how I want it to be, where it's just, I'm working on proxies. If you want to join in and chat, it makes it go by a lot quicker. But that's pretty much what I did there. And then fucking Josh is buying shots and Ibukaki's buying hot beans. And the second hot bean, hiccups. I could not stop hiccuping for I was like, this is why we don't do this on the cast anymore. Cause I don't know. I had the same bean. It was the cayenne. So it was the middle. The first time I was fine. It was hot, but it wasn't, I didn't have hiccups. And then the second one, it just kicked my ass. So yeah, anyways. Yeah, I don't have anything exciting. I do have one little story that I wanted to tell about Zeke. And so it's my youngest. I don't know if your kids do this. Have you seen the TikTok video of the guy that does different things? he's like kids doing just chores, it's like running around. They run everywhere. Everything's running. Or he like does the things where he's like,
yes, I totally know what you're talking about.
So that is completely true. Like my kids, Zeke and Drake, especially Zeke, he can't just walk from room to room. It's at a full out sprint. Like in the morning, we know he's up because you just hear do 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 do. And so the other night we had the Roomba mop going. And so I'm in our bathroom and he starts to take off and I'm like, Zeke, don't run. The mop is zoop. And he just slid across the floor and hit the wall. And, he was fucking surprised. He gets up with tears in his eyes. He didn't get hurt or anything like that. Not 3 minutes later, the exact same thing. He's in the kitchen, takes off running to go, I don't know. I think it was get dressed. This is, by the way, all naked. Because, that's what, are your kids naked all the time? Like when they get out of the shower, are they naked for like an hour? Like they just don't want to put on clothes?
No, we keep the house cold enough.
Shrinkage.
Well, that's not. It's just cold. They get out of the tub and they're like, get some fucking clothes on. We ain't paying for this heat.
So yeah, he took 2 spills. The second one, that was where it brought tears. But yeah, so it's fun.
So that's fun.
I
still am waiting for like a response.
All we got from Josh is just with a ... trying to see. We might have killed him.
I mean, ... could also mean like it's not that bad, guys, and he is no longer a patron. And it could go both ways.
Downing the bottle.
Right. Because Jesus was like, "This ain't shit."
Yeah.
My brother was like, "This ain't shit."
Your brother and Jesus are the two that have said.
Right, but your neighbors were like rolling from just the smell of it.
Just a taste, even just the taste of it. Everybody that I've had try, besides your brother, is just, it's disgusting. It's really gross.
So I'm worried.
Josh.
I want a little something.
Yeah.
He might be brushing his teeth right now too. I don't know. Which
right.
isn't better. Doesn't make it better.
What do we have for the podcast today? Speaking of, we're 13 minutes in. What are we actually doing on today's podcast?
All right. So I'm assuming we got Stump the Smith Savant.
Mm-hmm.
Who's what?
We have Matt the Monorock is.
Oh, I didn't send. Do I gotta get you the venerated Rot Priest or?
Oh yeah, we gotta figure that out.
I need to send that. Okay, that's it's in the mail.
Yeah.
Worry about it.
Well, yeah, I gotta do a trade with Quinn anyway. So.
Gotcha. And then we're gonna talk about reasons to kill your decks.
Yep. But I didn't use it as the
thing, right?
I didn't use it as a title because I was afraid YouTube would be like, "Oh, he's saying something about killing me."
They would.
Yeah, because
now I kind of regret. What did you say?
Dismantle, and so that is got around
probably
it.
Right.
Yeah. But I put kill in the thumbnail, because they don't check that. It's the title.
Don't they?
No, they don't check it.
The title.
It's the title that they're looking at, and so when
they didn't even like scheming.
Yep, I was about to say Rafine the scheming, whatever his nuts is. Yeah, that one got freaking flagged like crazy. So that we're gonna be basically going through kind of have like why you dismantle, maybe the process of it, like what are some of the reasons why you don't or whatever. We got a whole bunch of things.
Tell me why.
Exactly. And then we finish up with the the
second round of the 3-mana rock tournament.
So the Elite 8 finals, and we get into the Final 4. We got to come up with better names, which we'll workshop that since this is going to be
NCAA is going to come after us.
Well, no, because we just have to have magic related names. I think that'd be better. Well, it's something with an 8-drop. We should call it, look for the best 8-drop that's out there and the best 16-drop and the best 32-drop.
How about we have a tournament for top 16 drops, top 8 drops, top 4 drops, 2 and 1 drops.
There we go. Yeah, that's
makes sense.
Yeah, it works.
All right.
So we're gonna go through that, and then I think that's it for the podcast. I mean, we're gonna do a kind of a quick turnaround, so I'm hoping it's not 2 hours, but it probably will. Hi, Bukaki, you're a douche for a good time. It's funny because it doesn't pop up on the right, so the right normally pops up first, and then it shows up on the main where the feed. And Ibukaki's hasn't popped up over there yet.
I'm just gonna say Josh is dead at this point. Like,
I think Ibukaki's got flagged. Did it? Let me check my live chat.
I see it.
Oh, I didn't have live chat on. Okay, hang on.
Oh,
okay.
For a good time.
Now I can see it. There we go. Yeah, for a good time. There we go. Okay. What else? I don't think we have anything else. We could probably get into tags and stuff. I mean, do you want to mention anything about the Lord of the Rings stuff that kind of was starting to drop today?
No.
It's fucking awesome. I mean, I watched the entire...
I mean, it's cool.
Stop it. Stop it. It's going to be awesome. I'm excited.
One thing that I didn't realize, and I wasn't keeping up very good last week I saw Jacuzzi and everybody talking about the prices and everything. I just figured that was pre-hype stuff.
Right.
Those products are being sold to the stores at a very expensive price.
Well, okay.
And so
it's kind of like, I think we talked about it. It was either on air or off air yesterday or last week. This is being treated like a Modern Horizons. The power level is lower than that, but
the set boosters for Commander Masters are like, they're being sold to the stores at around $300 per box, which is not normal.
Right.
And so that's why they're going for like $400-500, because their overhead is double of what it used to be.
Yeah. So that was the thing that got popped up on the Discord. Who was the one that pointed out? Was it Aku again? Somebody pointed out that oh no, it was me. It was me. I was on Twitter and somebody posted that the gift bundle was it was the same price as the regular bundle. And I was like, hey guys, check this out. And I picked up 2 of them. They were $40. Those were half the price of what they are supposed to be. Cause it has a collector booster, and collector boosters are going for $40. This is going for $40 plus. It's like 41 to 46 for a collector booster, where our normal collectors are in the 20s just per pack. So this is going to be kind of insane.
But the double masters collectors were at 50 a piece.
Oh, they were
40-50 a piece.
But they come.
It was a 200 box for 4.
That's right. You're right. Yep. The first double masters, right? Yeah.
Or maybe as a 6-pack for like 2.
No, you're right. It was 4. It was 4 packs. Okay. But that was the first double masters, not the second. But
I didn't buy the first double masters. That was this last one over the summer.
God damn it. I don't remember. Okay.
Buy too much product.
Well,
just say no.
The one thing I do want to mention with it though is how nuts was the serialized, like the flavor in the Lord of the Rings stuff is just insane. Like the One Ring is flavor wise is fucking amazing. Like if you tap it, you draw a card for how many of those counters are on it. By the beginning of your upkeep, you lose 1 life for each one of those counters. So you're drawing more, but then at the same point, it's going to hurt you on your upkeep. And it's indestructible, so it's not like actually easy to kill. But the crazy part
you need a sack outlet. You can't just like remove it.
Right. But the cool thing is it's not on the tap, it's on the upkeep. So if you find a way to get rid of it, you use it, and then you get rid of it. But the crazy thing is the alt art serialized one, there's going to be 1. Like, that's going to be easily 6 figures. Like,
that's going to be huge.
It's going to be, you literally win the lottery if you open that fucking card. And it's only in collector boosters, only in English. And I guess it can be in the gift bundles because they have a collector pack in them. So it's, they have 1 collector pack in the gift bundle or the whatever bundle, and then the collector boosters. So it's only in collector booster packs.
Yeah. And my understanding is the 1 of 1 is also in a Lord of the Rings language.
Right. So then they have, this is why the flavor part is awesome, because then they have the dwarves. Let me see if I remember this. The dwarves got 3 rings. So there's 300 of the serialized ones. And
no, that's the elves got 3. Dwarves got like 5. Humans got 9.
Yeah, that's right. Yep. You're right. Cause we have the 9. So, but then it's 300 of serialized and it's 3,000 non-serialized. And then it's 700, 7,000, 900, 9,000. So it's just like sticking with the whole flavor. And then the 1 of 1 is insane. Like,
yeah,
you would think they would have gone, I mean, 100 and maybe 1,000, but instead
if you crack that, you have to like cosplay as Sauron somewhere. You just have it in like one of those Jake Paul, those guys. They had it in the, I don't know their names.
From the
they had it in the case on a chain and then carry it around, but then you're also dressed up as Sauron.
Yeah,
I think that's got it. That has to be how it goes.
I know your answer to this, but if you opened that, you're selling it immediately, right? Or do you wait a little bit?
I'd probably wait, but then you got to set up the kids
I would
like college account, or
I would hold it until we got over 1,000 subscribers. Just kidding. Speaking of, we are only 34 subscribers away from 1,000 subscribers. So
that's pretty neat.
I think we're gonna probably. How neat is that?
That's neat.
That's pretty neat. I think we're gonna hit that before that set even comes out, because we've been kind of so really quick. Well, I might as well get into the fucking tags. Are we done with the Lowery stuff? We got more previews of that later. We're gonna be good. But 34 people left. So 30. If you are listening and you are not subscribed, subscribe. We're gonna hit it, and then the giveaway happens. And then if you haven't entered in for all the prizes, do it. And then if you want to be a patron, do that as well. Get to be the $5 level, and then there's another giveaway on top of that. There's multiple giveaways once we hit that 1K. So we're getting really close. If you're listening right now or watching or whatever, subscribe. If you're watching, you're probably subscribed. But if you're listening, subscribe, because we are really freaking close. There's a lot of prizes to give away there. So you could become a patron. Like, we have a new patron this week again. This is like the 5th week in a row. We have a new patron. I got to get to the welcome to the meat forest.
I probably got to send them the Discord link.
Yeah, the link. He actually became a patron when I was doing proxy time yesterday. So I don't know if it was proxy time or he just jumped on there or whatever. But what was it? Alan Leaf?
Welcome to a meat forest.
That sounds like a fairy tale.
I don't have to press button.
I know what you're gonna do.
Thank you for becoming a patron. That's totally awesome. I will send you a Discord link that later. Yep.
You can become a patron like our buddy here, Alan, by donating $1 or more. That gets you into the Discord, gets you chatting with us and everything, gets you potentially play games. We haven't played games for a little bit. Gonna try to get that back on track soonish. This boy right here is getting snipped next week, so this guy's gonna be out of commission for a little bit. Does that mean
you're gonna
snip?
Okay, good luck.
No more kids for me, but yeah, that's next Monday. It's gonna be a brutal cast because Tuesday is the day, man. Oh man, I don't want to go into that hungover, so I have to think about that.
Or do you?
Yeah, right. I don't want to be like your dentist. It's like you're going in there, and he's like
doing a booze joke.
What did he say?
Going straight to the bar.
Hey, what's up, Jeff? All right, so $1 or more gets you in the Discord, gets you all that chatting with everybody, and all that, playing games. It supports us as well. Even $1. That's not much, but it helps us in the long run.
It's enough.
It's enough. Yeah.
That's what my wife says.
It's enough. What is she saying that in reference to? $5 or more gets you proxies each month if you so choose. The higher you move on the proxy list, or the higher you move on the level there, you can get foil proxies and everything like that. Right now, I'm working on the triomes. I'm 6 done, 4 more to go. So those,
they're hot.
The synthwave ones are awesome. And actually, speaking of, that's going to be starting our giveaway for Stump. We'll get to that in a second here. So that is the financial way to support the show. You can also support the show by joining us on the live stream and donating like everybody has been in the last couple weeks. Well, you guys have been doing it for a long time, but last week was insane. That was we're set for the next month. We seriously have not seen Josh since that shot. So I know we may have killed him with Malort.
He has a whole bottle left. That was his first shot.
Maybe he loves it that much that he's just snuggling with it at this point.
I'm hoping this did not bring him into remission or something.
So where am I? Okay. So financial way, you guys can make us do Malort shots, regular shots, beans on different things that we're live with. We do the hot beans or regular beans. Regular beans are $1 option all the time. So that is the financial way. Everything you guys do here goes right back into the show one way or another, either equipment or whatever, or giveaways and all that stuff. So financial way, that is how you support it. Free way to support the show is just subscribe on YouTube. That gets you entered, and you can enter in for the $1,000 giveaway. We are really freaking close. Like I mentioned, 34, 35 subscribers away, and we're going to be giving away that. So that's the best way right now. If you don't want to financially support us, jump on YouTube and subscribe there. We have tons of videos that go on. So if you subscribe, we have, like I mentioned, Proxy Time. I did that twice in the last 5 days. We also have Curated MTG, which is twice a week. What was your Curated MTG as of today, Lowery?
Good question.
You're getting your Malort already, aren't you?
Yeah, well, I almost forgot to post it today, but it is a Batwing Broom, which is maybe Brum. I don't know. Brume. I don't know. So it's one an Orzhov, and
Kid can't even read.
Fair. And so if you pay a black, or let's start off, it's out of order here, but it's an instant. If you pay a white to cast it, you prevent all combat damage. And if you pay a black, that the player that's attacking loses 1 life for each creature that is attacking. So if you pay black-white, you get both those effects.
Whoa.
Stop. My penis can only get so erect.
Sorry, I just had it was...
We're lucky that YouTube doesn't actually listen to us. They would,
when we hit 1,000 subscribers, they gotta go over our, like, I was reading it, it's like they gotta go over our last like 5 videos and see how where they sit. That's fine, it's all good, it's YouTube.
Okay, all right, we're in trouble.
So Curated MTG and any other short that we post, the biggest thing to help us out there is just to watch them, give it a like, and that's how you can make those things go, I guess, viral-ish. Get the view counts and all that stuff. So anytime we post shorts like that, we also have what card gets you hard. I haven't done that for a couple weeks. What are you laughing at?
The comment of he's busy pouring out the Malort. That's
that is good.
So he just went to bed. He just covered up in his sleeping bag on his bed for some reason, and just
I'm actually really
just
worried
snuggling.
That we killed Josh because the last thing we saw was So we also had, so the Proxy Time was last week. We had Curated MTG. The videos, all the videos, top videos we kind of do are gameplay videos, battle boxes, just the tips, spotlight decks, unboxing. So there's just tons of videos that we do weekly. So the biggest thing there is just subscribe. You can also follow us on Twitter where we post everything that we do from YouTube there. And sometimes we put up polls that get like 4 votes. So really nothing happens there. Voting we really do on the YouTube stuff, but there is that option there. We're still... It's on life support is what Twitter is. It's our way of communicating with people that aren't patrons, of letting them know if we're delaying stuff and all that. So, but we can also post that on YouTube. So there's that. But anyways, you can direct message us on Twitter, or you can direct message us by shooting us an email at commandersmiths@gmail.com. And that is where you can send the suggestions for this. It's time for everyone's favorite game show.
I know what it is. I just don't know the name. Can we take another shot?
Yeah, we might as well.
All right, this one is going to be from Samson.
Samson.
So
this is our first like paid shot for the episode. The other one was our freebie that
was
killed
freebie.
Josh.
The only time we've ever given away a Malort shot. And he disappeared on it. He ghosted us.
He died.
I don't even know if he really even did it. All right. Samson, appreciate you, friend. Cheers.
Here we go.
God.
Fucking disgusting. Fucking disgusting. All right. Ugh. Okay. All right.
I hate this.
If you guys don't know how this game works, I am going to read the flavor text of a card, and Larry's going to try to guess the card by asking yes or no questions. Every yes he'll hear what this says on my shirt.
Hello, boobies.
Every no will hear this.
Wrong, 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 wrong.
He will get up to 5 wrong guesses before he is considered stumped. He gets up to 3 clues if he can get everything about the card everything about the card but doesn't know the name. He'll get the initials. If he has a bonus clue left, he will get a bonus clue that should help give it away. The initials did not help last week because it was just M. He needed a little bit more than that. The card needs to be in at least 10,000 EDH rec decks. This week's stumper is Matt the Monorock. Matt has a 2-1 record against Lowery, so he has stumped Lowery 2 times and has lost 1 time.
He did point out though that he doesn't think that I've ever lost twice in a row.
You have not, but this is a hard one. I'm going to tell you that right now. This is a hard one.
Sweet.
This is round 18, week 1. The new giveaway that we're going to start with round 1, or the first level of giveaways, is going to be a foil proxy. So this month is going to be one of the triomes. So that'll be the one that is added on here. Whenever it starts over, we'll pick a new one that's out of that'll just start it over. So let me just give you an example of a foil proxy that has just been made. This isn't the one we're going to be doing, but Fabled Passage, you can see these get sexy as hell in foil. So the first level is going to be a foil proxy. Then we will add cards on level 2 and level 3 and level 4 and all so on and so forth. We've only done the level 3 for antes. So I have eliminated the chat. Chat can play along, work together, try to beat Lowery to this. We've already had Lightning Bolt guess. We've had Jackal guess. We've had Urbrass guess. None of those are right.
Paul,
I haven't read,
stop.
I haven't read anything.
Can we get that shirt? Paul, stop.
What was the thing from last night? I think I kept saying, "God damn it, Josh!" Like I think he's like, "Why do you always say, God damn it, Josh?" Or "Damn it, Josh," I think is what he said. Okay.
So yeah, we don't want to. Damn God.
Doesn't exist. All right, here we go. All right, fighting words. All right, here we go. I actually didn't even read the flavor text ahead of time because I work on the.
Hold on, give me a second.
One, kid can't even read.
2.
All right, here we go.
Preemptive strike.
Here is the flavor text, and here we go. The dead are lonely in the crypt and always eager for company. The dead are lonely in the crypt and always eager for company.
Okay. Okay. So the dead make me feel like it's a black card. So let's go with: is this a? It could be colorless. Let's say: is this colorless or black? And or black.
Identity is what you're trying.
Identity. Yeah.
Hello, boobies.
Okay. Is this a? This. Can you read it again, please?
The dead are lonely in the crypt and always eager for company.
Okay, so this feels like an enchantment or an artifact. I don't think it's a creature, but it could be like an instant or sorcery like removal spell.
Wait, can I just go over everything that you literally named? Almost every
I said it's probably not a creature. It's definitely not a planeswalker. Stop.
You went over almost every type. You're like, wait, what did you first say? You said, I feel like it's an enchantment.
It's an enchantment or an artifact.
But it doesn't feel like a creature, but it could be an instant or a sorcery.
Right.
What are we missing here?
Planeswalkers. They're not even considered.
We got some guesses, but none of them
are
right.
Look, you got to
so
go through this. All right. So is this a permanent card?
Hello, boobies.
All right. So I would say enchantment, or is it enchantment or artifact?
Wrong.
Hey, that eliminated 2 things off of there.
Is this a creature then?
Hello, boobies.
You remember when you're like, it doesn't feel like this would be a creature.
Probably not a creature.
Hey, but the way you guessed that was really good to get 2 of them in there. The artifact you eliminated 2 right away.
I didn't even think that. I think of it more of like it's allowing me to include.
Yeah, because like you did the.
But you're right.
Black identity or artifact. Yeah.
Yeah. Can I get first clue, please?
All right. The art features a wicked cloaked figure in the foreground and many more in the background, casting a spell to bury someone in the ground. The art features a wicked cloaked figure in the foreground and many more in the background, casting a spell to bury someone in the ground.
Okay, so we're saying it's a creature.
Oh. Well,
let's narrow this down. Is it a black creature?
Hello, boobies.
It's not an artifact.
Demonic Mango is on the right track.
Ooh. Right into the mic. Just clearing my throat.
Oh, we got it.
Nice.
Demonic
nice
Mango.
Job. Okay, so
now the chat's gonna go silent.
Now it goes silent.
Dang
Good
it.
job, Mango. God.
He wins it last week, stumping you, and now he wins by guessing
now he's
the card.
beat me. Where the fuck is Friendshy? He's here to demoralize me.
His last guess was Jeweled Lotus.
Makes sense to me. Okay. All right. Black creature.
You want me to go? Okay, really quick. The dead are lonely in the crypt and always eager for company. The art features a wicked cloaked figure in the foreground and many more in the background, casting a spell to bury someone in the ground. I'm going to get another beer.
Oy.
And I am drinking what I was drinking last night, which is a breakfast stout, double chocolate coffee oatmeal stout from Founders.
They're good.
It's delicious.
Oh yeah. I used to drink that a lot on the cast. Back when we were bad. Does this have something to do with having a creature go into the graveyard?
Hello, boobies.
It doesn't really. That was very non-specific. What? What in the butt?
That's right. I was like, where's he going with that one?
I don't. It's a black creature. I'll take a second clue, please.
The text features a keyword ability that only Protection and Indestructible can survive, and an ETB. Oh shit! I didn't finish my clue on. I gotta see if I can do this off the top of my head. Oh shit, how did I not finish my clue on that? I've never done that before. And I went to clue 3 right away. An ETB.
I'll finish that later.
I don't know what I did there. Like, the thing is, when I'm writing these, this is like behind the scenes a little bit. When I have to do this, if I'm listening to a podcast or something like that, or music even, I have to shut everything off because I have to like think. Because I get distracted if anything's going on with it.
Thinking sucks.
Yeah, it does.
I agree.
So hang on a second. Text features a keyword ability that only Protection and Indestructible can survive, and an ETB that allows for search and graveyard. You already did the graveyard part. So it's searching. Let's just say that. How about that? I mean, I was going to mix it with something like that. I was going to make it more clever than what I just said, but I ended with that. An ETB that ... Maybe I should have just read clue 3. That actually is probably what's going to help you better than clue 2. The text features a keyword ability that only Protection and Indestructible can survive, and an ETB that searches. See, I was going to be clever and say put in.
Hold on. What's that first clue? I might have an idea.
The art features a wicked cloaked figure in the foreground and many more in the background, casting a spell to bury someone in the ground.
Okay. All right. Hold on. I don't think I've ever noticed the background on it, so I could be off. Okay, so does this creature death touch?
Hello, boobies.
Okay. I want to make sure I got that out of the way. 2 black, 2 colorless.
Hello, boobies.
When it ETBs, it goes you can search for you can search your library for a creature card and put it into your graveyard.
I'm gonna give you this. It's
wrong, any card.
Wrong.
Any card.
Hello,
I knew it was
boobies.
one of the two. That's why I hesitated.
Yeah.
All right, so it's any card. So it is entomb on a creature. This is from Modern Horizons 2.
Hello, boobies.
Do you know its power?
1
and toughness?
1 toughness.
Wrong.
Might be 2. How many do I got wrong? 3?
3.
Is that 2/2?
Hello, boobies.
Do you know the creature type? I'll give you that part because I fucked up the other part. I mean, if you know it, if you have it off the top of your head.
I think it's a human.
It is not. So I'll give you the initials is what I was going to say. I think that's good enough for how I fucked up clue 2. VE.
Vertical endeavors.
I know, that's what when I said VE, I was like, that's what we got, our local climbing gym. VE. And you do have a clue left, so there's a couple things with this. The name, if you want it, do you have it with VE? Do you want some bonus clues here? Because
do you have a bonus clue fully written out, or is it only halfway?
It's one of those things. You fucking douche canoe. The name is actually synonyms in the first clue. So the art features a wicked cloaked figure in the foreground and many more in the background, casting a spell to bury someone in the ground. VE with the things I just emphasized. Synonyms. So if you wicked and bury are the 2 things.
Yeah. No, I got that. That V part might be tough.
Yeah, always thinking about the V is tough. What is this? The E?
The E is, I think I already partially said the word, but is it like entomber?
Hello, boobies.
Correct. So wicked, synonym that starts with a V.
I'm very lucky that I have an idea of what this card actually is.
Well, the surprising thing is where it was going to help you in my third clue was that it's in Beamtown Bullies is the most used. This card is most used in Beamtown Bullies. And I was like,
that's how
you
I know
might
it.
actually know it because of that.
Does it rhyme with Nile?
Hello, boobies.
All right. So vile and tumor.
Hello, boobies.
You got it. Hang on, let me get the card preview up there.
There
we go.
There
Vile
we go.
and tumor.
I was thinking it was a 2/1.
See all the little guys back there? Oh wait, let me.
I guess
right
I would have
here?
never even looked at that.
Well, no, because you're focused on this guy, and so then when I have to like look at the art, I'm like, oh, dude, they're. So actually, how I wrote it out originally in the first clue is I thought they were casting a spell to bring back somebody, and then I was like, well, read the card, Adam. He's putting it in the graveyard, so he's casting the spell to put him in the ground, and you're bringing him back from that, and that makes sense why you were thinking it's a creature because you use it in Beamtown Bullies, and Beamtown Bullies, you're getting a creature to put.
Well, and I hesitated there, and I was like, I'm not sure if it's like Entomb, because Entomb can get any card. And and I went with creature because of Beamtown. You're getting a creature.
Yeah.
And so that's what I knew that I could get. But
do you have it in Beamtown?
I am very sure that I do. Like I'm like 90% sure I have it in there.
You smart ass, Renshai. Reading the card explains the art. Yes, well, that's also finishing your clues helps with the game. An ETB that ... Lowery, guess what that is?
Did Josh come back yet?
No,
at all?
Josh didn't come back.
Guys, all right, I'm sorry.
Him. We might have
I
killed
don't
him.
know.
Shit. I'm gonna immediately direct message him when we get done here. Actually, I'm like tempted to look at Discord to just see if he like said, "Hey, I died." Which why would he message if he died? But anyways, okay, good job. Okay, so Matt the Monorock, you are 2 for 2. He was still right with you didn't get back-to-back losses. Matt, if you want, you can send this card signed to us. Does Matt have one that's signed to us? Because he's only lost once. I don't know if we have a Matt the Monorock on the wall.
What is going on?
We have quite a few Renshais on the wall. That's
that is the fastest. There's somebody that like I can guess. He can guess faster than me, but I can guess his faster than he can guess mine. So I don't know. I just checked Patreon. Josh isn't gone. He's still around at least.
Did you check Discord to see if he messaged to say if he was alive? All
right. No, I didn't.
Okay.
He hasn't tagged us. Let's
get on to our main topic. It is still just the tips. Let me get to. I think
how much on time?
We're at 47 minutes. 47 minutes.
Yeah, that's not good.
That's not too bad.
Sorry.
Let's get to it. Is a just the tips, I think, kind of thing. We're doing a back-to-back just the tips. Now I gotta find the just the tips button. I should just name the button tips because then I will see it right away. I have penis erect always catches my eye. There we go. Here's just the tips.
Perhaps you just put the whole
just the tip, just for a second, just to see how it feels. Or ouch, you're on my hair.
Okay. So we're talking about killing some decks, killing our commander decks. This guy doesn't do it very often.
You don't. No.
This guy does. Right.
I do.
Right here. Okay. So
and I don't know if I do it a lot either.
Well, okay. So
I just do it more than you.
Yes. What I actually going through my notes of stuff, I have 5 decks that are older than this cast. And I've played them one of those decks once in the last year or 2 years.
Okay.
So anyways, that's later on in this. Okay.
I don't need to know.
You don't need to know. All right. So Renshai said nothing on Discord. So Josh isn't dead there. I'm just hoping that he
is it okay if we like call 911 to go check on him? we have his address.
Can we just rename this cast? Where's Josh? Is he dead?
Where in the world
is Josh D? I'm gonna feel bad if he had an allergic reaction to the Malort.
Right. Maybe he had. I think it like it's supposed to get rid of worms, so he might be feeling that effect. I don't know what he eats. He might have just gotten back from Costa Rica or something. No, like you can have like parasites in your stomach, and it's supposed to kill that.
So wouldn't it like help?
Yeah, but I mean, I'm sure at the beginning of the process, it's not pretty. I'm assuming. I've never had worms. Yes, swatting. That was. All right, let's not do the swatting part, but just like a nurse checkup thing.
Yeah.
Like if he was like 90 and didn't have the help, I've fallen and can't get up type thing.
I've fallen and I can't get up. All right.
Oh no.
Let's start with why dismantle and kill a deck? Like, what are the reasons? Why would you ever take apart a deck? Like, what's the point of you spent all this time building this beautiful, fantastic deck? What are some of the reasons why you would dismantle a deck? What are some of the reasons why you dismantle decks?
And I'll go with what Mr. Hockey thinks is going to be my number one, is that I don't buy enough card sleeves, and so I just I ran out. And so
it's not that you
I'm
ran
not
out of
gonna
cards.
buy new card sleeves, even if they're starting to peel. Like, it's just
that's what tape
I
is
only
for.
have so many sleeves. That's what I'm doing.
You're basically it's your take on basic land. Like, well, I'm not going to buy basic. I'm not going out and spending money on basic land. It's just there. It's just, why do I need special basics?
By the way, I did just buy the oil slick basics today. God, they're good. Whoa. They take a picture like real bad, but they look good.
My penis can only get so erect.
Although I think this one's better because you did buy the oil slicks.
Oh, good for you.
That is a good.
Also true.
So you dismantle decks because you don't have enough card sleeves. And
I'm unwilling to buy more sleeves at a rapid pace of me building decks. Right? That makes sense. Why would I want to spend like an extra $50 on sleeves a year? There's no point.
You build that many decks a year? Well, I guess you do. You do build that many.
I do. At least 5.
But you're not thinking of the cards you have to buy. You're thinking of the sleeves.
I just don't want to buy the extras. How much space do you got? Like, okay, so technically, I don't have to go into it, but basically I don't want to have more than X amount of decks, right? So that's the real reason. Like, if I start having more than about 20 decks, I start kind of forgetting what they do, what's in there, how they work. Like, I know my max is somewhere in between 16 and 20.
Yeah.
Where I can function with the deck the way that I like it to, rather than just sit down and have just like fuck around. I don't like playing Magic not knowing how the deck works or remembering how it functions. And so,
but that is sometimes to that point. The fun thing though is like when you haven't played a deck for a while, like we don't play a lot of other people's decks because we have so many.
Right.
Oh, good
for us. Right. But when those times where I've played other people, it's like it's like almost like opening a pre-con and playing a pre-con. You know, it's kind of fun sometimes.
Sometimes it's not worth it.
It doesn't happen very often because I always want to play my decks. But yes, I want to just quote this one thing. Renshai says he dismantles decks so he can build another Calamex deck. You never answered my question on Discord. I said, is Calamex like your all-time favorite deck? Like, is that your all-time favorite commander, I should say? Sidetrack. I know.
No, maybe.
Well, can you think of one off the top of your head that you like better than Calamex? You've built so many different Calamex
No, because
decks.
It's my current baby.
So it's your baby. All right. And then I agree with Demonic Mango. Nice basics are the best part of decks, especially when you do proxies. I mean, we've talked about that before. So,
yeah.
Okay. So one thing I will say is, one of the reasons I will kill a deck, I kill them a lot less. Like I mentioned earlier, I have 5 decks up here that I have not played or that are older than this cast. And I've played one of them once in the last 2 years. I do have one deck that is specifically for new people. So it has been played, but it's been by other people that we were kind of bringing into the game and all that. But the thing is I think one of the number one reasons is you don't play it anymore. Like that would be a reason why to get rid of a deck is you have a new hotness or whatever. And then your style changes. Like it does, whether you know it or not. Over years, it will change. My style, I just destroyed. So I did have 6 decks that were older than this cast. I just destroyed Atraxa, and taking it apart, I was like, God, what was I thinking? You know, this is bad. This is not bad. It's just not my style, how I would build that deck anymore. If I would build Atraxa Super Friends again, it would have maybe 10% of the cards that I have in there. Also, there's tutors.
I mean, you don't update your decks either,
right?
And so
switcheroo.
Like there are so many cards that couldn't go into that. You have not. War of the Spark has happened since you've built Atraxa,
right?
And that's
none of those were in there.
Ton of
like the Planeswalkers all in there. Maybe one of them would have stayed in. You know, like there's like 1 or 2 Planeswalkers.
Right.
But I would have built it differently. Like that whole deck, like there's so many tutors that were in it. There was so many like, this is what I'm going for. This is what I'm, shooting for. It was before when we still did tutors. So your style changes.
Hold on. That can dovetail into what I also do. And you obviously are doing it, but you don't want two decks similar. So you were doing a Planeswalker deck with Atraxa, and then you're like, oh, I want to do Planeswalker deck with Urtet.
Yeah.
And then you're talking about like, do you want two Planeswalker decks? Now you could make them very different at this point, but you felt like they would be too similar.
Right. And that was that was my opportunity to kill Atraxa, and Atraxa made it into Urtet at this moment. It's still good in there. I just am still working on that one. It might get kicked out, but that's a good example. That was one of the next, or that was the third point I was going to say, is new commander that's similar to what you're doing, or maybe better. Maybe you like something that's, there's power creep. So another example was when I built Ilharg. Remember I built Ilharg for the cast, and then the new Perforos came out. Yeah, we can get another Malort going. The new Perforos came out, and I like that way better than Ilharg. Like that just it did.
And they were going to play similar.
Yeah. So killed Ilharg. It became Perforos. It was a similar example. We've talked about it before when I had a Gitrog monster deck, and what's the M dude? The dude that Mazarek. Thank you. I played both of those decks, and you're like, they're different commanders, but they're doing very similar things with sacrificing, and you're sacrificing your land and all that. Like you have Mazarek in your Gitrog deck. So I killed Gitrog and had Mazarek. Then I killed Mazarek to make the Chatterfang, and I didn't even build that. Ibukaki got that guy. But anyway, so it was a deck that I wasn't building. So new hotness, new cards come out. You like the mechanics better. You don't want to have similar decks doing the similar thing. So you kill one of them. All right, should we do the next shot?
Yep.
Who's this?
This one is going to be Samson second one.
Samson.
Yep.
All right, buddy. I don't know why I do it. I let it sit in my mouth for a little bit, and then I psych myself to drink it.
But it's like sitting at the worst part. But I agree. You got to like situate it. I can't just like fucking, those people that can take like a water bottle and just go and just let it go down their throat. Like I have, there's like a gate right there. That's like, what's going in there every time. Fuck. All right. Thank you, Samson, for supporting the cast.
Okay. So another thing, gotta take a second to come back from that. Another thing is
BWS. We're not trying to find reasons to keep the decks. We're just talking about why you would want to get rid of them.
So
come on, man.
One thing I would say on that is one of your decisions is you get the deck and you go, is there too many updates I need to do to this deck to like get it to where I want it? So I wrote, does it need a facelift or is it just done? Like at that point, do you just kill it?
That's a good point.
You may want to do updates. I did do that for Akiri. Akiri is a good example of a deck that I was like, I'm not playing this deck. I built it right when we started the cast. It was not part of our building decks on the cast.
Yeah.
But I with treasures that came out, I revamped it. It completely changed. A new partner with it. It's a brand new deck. It's 90% changed from what it was before because it was equipment focused. Now it's treasure. So maybe instead of it is almost like a brand new deck at that point. Yeah, I killed it, but then remade it into something else. Another reason might be the deck doesn't work the way you thought it would. Like that's a big thing.
Right.
You build the deck and you have this idea in your head, and then you get it out in the wild. You goldfish it, it's fine. You get it out in the wild, and you're just like, this just isn't fun. I don't like how this is running when I play with a group of people. Yep. And I mean, do you have any examples of decks that you do that to? I mean, you keep trying to tweak. You're very good at tweaking and trying to get it to where you want it, but then eventually you just go, fuck it, this deck is dead. I'm going to play it one more time, and then we're killing it.
There are some that I don't even play. there was, do you remember that like red, black, colorless vampire that like you tapped it, discard a card, draw a card. If that card had madness, untap it. And it's from a commander set years back at this point.
I don't remember that one. Oh, is it from the Madness one? The Madness deck then?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that one.
Okay.
So I tried to build that and I put it together and I was just like, I don't like this. I don't like how it plays. It's a Madness deck. There aren't many choices. And maybe I could have thought about it in a different way, but I was just like, I don't like this. I'm done.
Yeah.
And just I built it and killed it within the week.
Yeah, because I don't think I've ever seen. Did you? I think you played.
I didn't even sleeve it.
Did you play the pre-con of Madness? That might have been one. Maybe whatever.
Maybe.
So you killed it. Yeah, you killed it pretty quick.
It was real quick, and I was disappointed in it. And you're just like, oh, this is gonna be really cool. I still really like that commander as like a 99, but it doesn't make the deck very often. I think I have it in a deck right now, but I couldn't tell you which one. But like that could be like you're saying, like if I don't enjoy gold fishing a deck, I'm not going to play it.
Right. That's a good point right there. I like that point. Gold fishing, if you're having a lot of fun gold fishing it, that's a good indicator if you're going to like how it's going to go. It's different when you play in the wild, but if you're not having fun gold fishing it, then you're probably not going to have as much fun playing. I will say there is like exceptions to that. Like some decks work better when you like, for example, Duke doesn't feel fun gold fishing because I don't know how everything's going to work out, but Duke is probably a top 3 deck. I love playing my Duke deck.
It's very good. It is so hard to deal with.
It's so much fun because it's not threatening and you're getting stuff out and you're just playing for value, ETB stuff.
Yep.
And then it does its thing. When you're gold fishing it, it's not doing what you're like, am I going to be drawing all this? Who am I going to be like? You don't know because you don't know what everybody's out there. Urtet, I'm super excited to play it, but I haven't played it yet. Like it's been really fun to goldfish. So it's been the opposite of Duke. Okay. And so we'll see what happens when it gets in the wild.
Possible.
My next thing was go ahead.
Go ahead.
No.
You're the one with the list.
No.
Okay, I'll get it because I'm gonna forget it. I'm thinking about it right now.
Because I got notes down, so we're gonna hit topics here.
I would say when a deck or commander becomes a target, which makes it less fun.
That is good. That's not even on my points, buddy.
And so even if you enjoy the deck, maybe you can keep it around if you enjoy gold fishing and tweaking and stuff like that. But if there becomes a point where you're coming and you're going, I dropped this deck, and everybody's like, kill him. Yeah. Then the games aren't going to be fun in that regard. I think unless it is good, unless it's on that part. But like if it's not fun for you to play, that's a good time to start thinking about taking it apart.
I think that is a recent example is the Samuel L. Jackson dude, that number 2, the blue-red dude. That one sucks to play against. And like as soon as that, I've only seen number 2 play after that deck was released a couple times, and then I haven't seen that. Like he didn't bring it up to Guys Weekend and all that. Mag does get into that line with me where I don't play Magda because it's people hate Magda. Yeah, I am.
Yep. And there's going to be those reasons. So like number 2's deck is because it takes a really long time turn. There are a ton of triggers. And so I get that. And Magda is just, it's so hard to deal with. Like if you get on par, you are winning the game.
Yeah.
And so you have to be targeted to just have a chance.
Mm-hmm. And almost Blanca's getting to that point, which sucks because Blanca's really fun.
Agreed.
I like Blanca a lot,
really cool,
but it's a tough deck to deal with. Anybody playing with that. So okay, that was a really good point. The next thing I was going to say is like a meta shift change. Like if you're like for example, when we talk about the tutors, our play group stopped playing with tutors, and so I had all the decks that were pre-cast all had tutors in them. So the change happened. We don't play tutors anymore, or maybe the level of your your play group goes up, or maybe it goes down, which would be weird. Normally you kind of go up, but the level goes up and the deck is kind of bad. You know, you don't have a place to play it anymore because everybody's playing up here, and now you're trying to play a deck that's down here. I would almost say my Tolsimir deck is along that line. Like, it's fun, but I don't think it's on par with our play group unless I have some of the newer people playing, because that's just a fighting thing, and I don't think it's to where our group is anymore. So it's a shift in your meta, you know, or how everybody plays.
I'd probably disagree with you, but also it's not
like, I don't think Tolsimir's good, or are you saying like
right. The thing is that, again, this is your perspective,
right?
You see it as it's not really on par with everybody's deck, and how I see it is it's actually on par, and sometimes it gets overrun and sometimes it doesn't, and like sometimes that engine just keeps on going, and it's like impossible to beat, to whereas most of your decks are just better, if that makes sense.
Okay, yeah, I get what you're saying. So it's when it comes to the other decks.
To the other decks of your decks, it's not on par. It's one of your lower tier, but it's still very good.
Right. I get what you're saying with that. Yeah.
And again, trying, like, I'm not going to be like, oh, we're so fucking good.
No,
but we, out of our group, we're the ones that play the most. We're the ones that have been doing it the longest. We're the ones that spend the most money. Maybe not Alex, but you know.
Yes, he does. Point, I see what he does. He posts his pictures on Discord.
I know he spends more money on it than we do at this point. But you know, we've been we got like 20 years into this goddamn thing at this point. And so insane. Like we have a large array to choose from. And so like those kind of experiences put us ahead of our group. Again, not everybody. And so like our decks on average just tend to be there because we know what there is. And then everybody else in our group is kind of like trying things or playing our decks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or they have their decks that are really good. Like Trombley spent a ton of money, and his decks before he sold them off were quite good.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They were quite good.
Yeah.
But Jeremy doesn't spend the money on it. He just wants to hang out.
Right. Well,
so like
kind of
depends on what
he wants to hang out for a game, and then he
likes winning.
Plans.
Too.
He has plans for a movie.
But that's another point. Okay. And so like why would you be taking apart decks? Like one thing that I try and do, and like you've said in the past, like I like the way decks feel and I want them to play a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
And I tweak enough that sometimes I can throw it off and not know how to get it back.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm like, okay, I'm done messing around with this. It doesn't feel right anymore. Time to go. Or
you're saying time to go is in killing your deck?
Yeah, killing the deck. Sometimes I just fuck it up. And I don't know how to get it back. And so that's just how it is, you know. I think Glenn was that way.
Did you kill Glenn?
Yeah, Glenn. But Glenn went away for a couple reasons because I kind of fucked it up and the flow didn't feel real well. And so, but also it was very similar to a Layla being artifact based. But then also when I was building Rafine, which is like draw discard, Glenn's draw artifacts graveyard, Alayla's artifact flyers draw. And so I was like, okay.
Similar style of play a little bit.
Because it's blue, white, black, blue, white, black, and Refine is the new thing. So it's like, okay, either I'm getting rid of Alayla or Glenn. And Glenn was kind of funky at that time. And so it's like, okay, let's get rid of that. See if Alayla still feels good next to Refine. And if it didn't, Alayla was gonna go. Because I'm gonna stick with the new stuff too. Because that's kind of
the new hotness.
Right?
Speaking of new stuff, VW Scott was asking, I didn't build Naeth. Naeth was a Lowery deck. Do you still have your Naeth deck? I don't think you do.
I got rid of Naeth for Zangief.
So there you go. See, there's a good example. Naeth was really good. Naeth had I would say a very high % win rate And it did. If we allowed, because Nath was the casting creature stuff, right?
No, that was
no, Nath was
Nikia.
fighting.
Nikia was very good. Nath was fighting. So, and again, sometimes it doesn't work. So Nath was a fighting deck, and I was like, oh, Zangief is sweet with fighting. And I was like, I'm expecting a lot of crossover. I'd rather play Zangief being the new hotness versus Nath. And Nath is kind of clunky at the time, and Zangief is actually kind of clunky right now. But there ended up not being any crossover. There's like,
so you could have kept both, you're saying?
Yeah, I could have. I'm glad I got rid of it. Like
Soul Ring is the crossover.
Soul Ring, Arcane Signet.
They're way too similar.
The basics.
Get rid of them. Kill all the decks. Okay, so let's see. I got blah, 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 blah. Okay, so I'm still on the why dismantle. One of the other things is this isn't necessarily for, it may be more so for you than me, because I'm able to make the proxies easier because I have the whole inventory of proxies. But you need the cards for other decks. Like that might be another reason why you kill a deck is you need to use these cards to put in your other decks because they're being used by this deck that you're not using as often and you want to build a new one. Proxies kind of solve that a little bit, kind of, but
they do. So, but essentially what you're saying is like budget,
right?
How many cards do you have of that card? And is it important enough that like, if you take it out of this deck, this doesn't work. And if you're putting it in this deck, it'll make it work better. But if you don't do that, like you have to choose between the two,
right?
Because of a handful of cards that cross over. And that makes sense. Like when you're considering budget, I think there are some people out there that just fucking build decks super quick for the new hotness, play it a couple times, and before the next set's coming out, take it apart. That can be a philosophy when it comes to like,
I don't shake my head that that's a bad idea. It's just like, I don't get it because it takes me hours and hours. Well, now hours, it used to take weeks. But it takes a long time for me to build the deck. So for me, it's a lot tougher. We've talked about this before. Like you have a better track record of going through, building the deck, getting it ready and going. You build probably 5 times the amount of decks that I do. You're 5 to my 1.
You get like 2-3 decks in a year, and I get 5 to 7
a month. I'm just kidding.
No, that's not true. But
that's the other part of it is I hold mine for so much longer because
that's true.
I don't think besides Ilharg, and sorry, people that are watching, I'm looking back at my decks. And I'm looking back there and I really can't see him, so I don't know why I'm looking back there. I think Ilharg might be the only deck that I have built since we started the cast, so in the last 5 years, that I've taken apart. I think all cast decks that I've built are still alive and kicking over on the shelf. Now there's some that I don't play, like remember we did the one where we bent the rules and I played with the Planeswalker. Vraska. Yeah, Vraska is mine. That's still up there. I have not played that one in forever, but for the most part, I don't kill mine as much. And the big reason for that is the proxies allows me to continue to use cards and other things. So the things that are $5 or more, I proxy them out and all that stuff, but that's good for you.
Oh, good for you.
And I will keep preaching this, and that's kind of our motto with this is proxies were a game changer. When Lowery convinced me and we had the conversation to do proxies once you own the card, it fucking changed it. It changed it so that we have so many, and it makes it so much more fun. You have all these different decks. I have 20 plus decks at this point. I think about the same as you. And
I keep it below 20.
Yeah, so I'm right around that number, and I just killed Atraxa, so I might be right at that 20. But built Uratet, I would say of playable decks, there's 17. Of the ones I won't ever play, it's probably 22. Okay. Was there anything else on the cards for decks? Okay. 5 years plus. I already went over that. Bored of it. That could be the other thing. You're just bored of the fucking deck.
True. it got old, or
you don't like playing it anymore. Maybe you played it too much.
It could have the same thing over and over and over again. And you're like, I want something with a little bit more variance.
So I will add on to that. Magda is similar to that. I also don't play Magda as much because it is a tutor deck. Might as well play the fart noise because we don't. Yeah. It is a tutor deck, essentially, because the commander does this. It tutors, and I get the same. I try to get different things, but I get for the it depends. There's normally like one of 5 cards that I go for when I'm, and it's situational. A lot of times it's like, all right, somebody's going to destroy all my creatures. I'm like, okay, in response to that, sacrifice 5 treasures, go find something, make them indestructible or whatever protection, blah, 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 blah. Yep. So it's become, it happens, the same thing happens over and over again. So it is a powerful deck, but it's not doing what we like to do. It's kind of what we got away from.
Right.
And so it gets a little boring. So, all right, that was the why to kill. Unless you have more. Do you have more why? Anything else?
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good. Card sleeves and...
What is the process to kill, though? Okay. We're not done with this segment yet. What is the process? Why? What do you do to what do you do to help? How do you kill? Like, basically, I think what helps me is we did the Moxfield stuff. So stuff that wasn't on Moxfield yet, I make sure that it's on there, and then I kill the deck. Okay. So that's part of it. Is you spend weeks, you spend hours, you spend whatever to build this deck, and it becomes your baby. Like you said, Calamax is kind of your baby. Yep. For me, it gets tougher to kill. You slaughter so many decks that to you it's just like
what
any given Sunday.
Die. No, okay. So one thing that I do try and be conscious of is like unsleeving a deck can be tedious. It's tedious, right? And so I at least get rid of the regular sleeves, but I double sleeve. And so I try and look for any cards that will cross over. So mostly artifacts, but so that I'm not unsleeving needlessly the Soul Rings, Boots, Greaves, Arcane Signet. A lot of the artifacts will cross over. If my basics will cross over, that'll work. And so I try and save time in not doing the full unsleeving because it is fucking tedious. Mm-hmm. And so that's something that I try and do. But like you said, I try and get my deck on Moxfield so I don't feel so bad. Like if I do still like it, I can always go back and rebuild it with that base. And so as long as I kind of have it up there and trying to make it as quick as possible when I'm sleeving or building the next deck, because generally I don't just like willy-nilly take it apart a deck. I'm taking a deck apart because I'm building one.
Right.
And is it whatever of those reasons that we just talked about, it could be for any of those reasons, but generally I'm always looking for something so I don't have to double sleeve something. And I know it probably only saves me minutes. You know what I mean?
But it saves a little bit
of time. It just takes fucking time.
So here's one thing that you do, and I need to do this a little bit more, is what is it when somebody's retiring and they do they're going through and doing the ceremony thing. They're playing like it happens in sports. And I have Malort in my system.
Yeah.
But you give it its one last run. That's what you're doing. And I can't think what
okay. I see. I don't know what you're saying, but I don't know what word you're going for, but essentially what you're saying is like Calamax right now has been around for like 3-ish years.
That's not what
I've played it enough.
I'm not telling you to get rid of Calamax.
No, you're not telling me, but that is the plan. Essentially.
No, that's not.
It is. I'm going to get rid of Calamax.
What?
The next time I'm
Which
able
one?
to play it.
The six,
I only have one left. I've got rid of the other 2. The 2 Dragon's Approach decks that the versions are gone.
You can't get rid of Calamax.
Okay,
are you building another Calamax deck then?
No.
Yes, you are.
It's just I've had it around for a while. And you guys are sick and tired of me hearing it, but that's not a reason for it.
No, the bit is funny. I love it. Like send off.
And so a send off. There we go.
Thank you.
There we go. That's a good one. And so, but like the next time I get a chance to play
it's
it
also
on
called something
camera,
also. It's something tour. It's their farewell tour. The farewell tour. There,
yeah.
that's
only good
music-wise.
players get it. Like,
yeah, you get a farewell tour.
Joe Mauer or Chris Carter.
You're naming Minnesota people. Nice.
Right. Derek Jeter doesn't deserve one, or Dwayne Wade.
Dwayne, not Dwayne Wade. Dwayne.
Sorry, I didn't mean to say it like that. I'm just
what I meant to say with
he's overrated, right?
Your farewell tour is you do this a lot when we do it on stream. Like you're like, I'm killing this deck. I want to get it on stream one last time. That's true. And so you get it on stream. I was trying to.
Well, I want to make sure that I get it on camera. I didn't want
to cut the strings to your Calamax. Like that's not what I meant by it. I just meant
Calamax is dying. It's gone. If I get a chance to play it, but I'm already like at this point, like I want to play Zangief on camera. I want to play Varric on camera as new as I possibly can get it. So Calamax is at least 3 times out, if not more. So I don't know if it's ever going to get killed.
Oh,
we'll see.
Oh, okay.
We'll see.
All right. Yeah. So just so you know, I wasn't trying to get you to get rid of Calamax. That was not the point.
Yes,
of that.
you were. Just admit it.
There might the other thing I will say, like when I took apart Atraxa, I was like, taking the cards out and I'm starting to put it in, like figure out if it goes in the $5 and under binders or wherever.
Yeah.
You find cards that you didn't realize jumped in price. Like I was like, oh shit, this is a $25 card. If I already had it was the proliferate. It's actually, I think it's $18. When you cast a spell, proliferate, that was what was in that deck. The blue enchantment.
Parallax Tide?
Not Parallax.
Paradox Tide? Something
like that. Yeah, something like that.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, because of all this, it jumped up to $18-20, and I was like, whoa, shit. Okay, I must have this in my $5 overbinder. Nope, it wasn't in there. So it made it into that binder, and if I decide to make that deck again, it's going to be a proxy at this point. But you might find cards that you're like, oh, like there was a lot of those where I had cards that have spiked since I've built those decks. Like I mentioned, they were 5 to 6 years old. And so you can either trade them off, sell them, buy list them if you do the proxy stuff, So there's a good way that you can, like you mentioned, using the cards again in your other decks, but you can also, that might be the opportunity to realize to move those cards into something else. You can make some money, put it into something else that you like, especially if you're doing the proxy stuff. I don't want to push the proxy stuff, but I want to push the proxy stuff because it is the smart thing to do.
Use your proxies.
It's the smart thing to do, especially now that we have secret layers. That's another talking point sometime down the road. But because of secret layers, we now don't have all the same arts anymore, which originally when I made proxies, they were trying to be the original art. But now we just have all these fucking crazy arts, which is awesome. But now I don't mind using alt art stuff. Anyways, that's a different point. Yeah. That's a different point. I don't need to really. We're at an hour and 23 minutes.
Yep.
Yep. We already said why it's tough to kill. So I think we had all the talking about
Inexorables Tide. Thank you. God. Who is
that? What it is?
Yeah, Inexorable Tide. Is that
Luciano? Oh, get it?
Is that a new person here?
Yeah,
but they're fucking on point today.
Yeah.
By the way, they are on point.
Yeah, Luciano.
That's a good point, Scott. That's a point. Good point. Are we done with this? Malort.
Malort. Yes. Fuck. Why'd you remember? I might have to have a.
I didn't remember. Scott pointed it out. Just Malort ? That's all we need.
4th Malort tonight.
Because we want the cast to go longer. Let's. That's
the notes. We hit 50% of my notes. Waste of time. What? Notes. Waste of time.
Let's take a shot, and then you fucking run through whatever we missed.
I'm done. We did. You did a good job of hitting things that I had pointed, and we don't talk about ahead of time, which is perfect. That's why we always want to keep it this way. This is what we've done from the beginning.
Oh, you're saying that I took some of your notes?
No, it was I mean, no, it went perfect. You segued into it.
Was that was very Midwestern, and I was confused.
No,
yeah.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you're like, that was okay. All right.
Who's this?
This one's from hockey.
Oh, I'm Bukaki.
No, just Mr. Hockey.
I'm Bukaki.
Appreciate you. Good seeing you today, bud.
Wait, you saw him today? Ugh.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to have that reaction to seeing Ibukaki. You saw him today?
What happens is we go to the same card store. And when I don't tell him, he walks in and calls me a name real quick.
Did you know you guys were going at the same time?
Dickweed. No, he didn't tell me. I didn't tell him. And I was just leaving. He walked in.
Does he just live there? Like, what the? Ugh.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Lucas. All right. Lucas.
All right.
That's played with us. Yeah. Hey, what's up, buddy?
You're still on point. It doesn't take anything away.
Yeah.
On point tonight.
On point,
shit.
Lucas. One of our in real life players, which we'll be getting that started again here soon.
Do we want to try and play Thursday or not?
Snip.
After, like during snipped or before snipped? What do you want? Are you going to get circumcised? Is that what you're saying?
No, we will never. We will never get rid of the anteater wizard sleeve. That is always there. I had the opportunity when I was in high school, and I did not. Smiths unite.
This conversation comes to you from Fourth Shot of Malort. And so gross.
Wait. I got it.
It's not gross.
If you want to know, wait, let me get the hands on the side.
We can never find that video again, can we?
Oh.
That video was some of the funniest shit I've ever seen.
Yeah,
it was just like they had water there. Oh my god! It was like the worst Donald Duck impression right there. I'm sorry.
That was fantastic. All right, let's get.
That's bad.
Shit.
All right,
we're done.
Is there anything that we absolutely missed? Just rattle it off. I will not comment.
No. There's.
We got everything.
We got everything. It's good.
Are you sure?
We're good. We got an hour in.
Okay. Fine.
We got an OMG on that one.
Hey.
Yeah.
We got to work hard for those.
Wrong stream. Who dis? Wrong stream. Oh, my mic just fell. What the hell happened?
You almost got conked in the face from that.
Remember
microphone arm. What am I supposed to say?
I don't know. I'm just spinning it.
All right. Welcome to the big show. We're moving on to 3 Rock Mana Rock Tournament. Rock.
Let me get. All right, we'll get to that. All right, let's hit our tournament shit. Hang on a second. One more. Where's the tournament? Oh, there we go.
Whew. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event.
I just stop it there. I have it as a note to make an opener because the tournaments are going to be a thing moving forward.
I'm like trying to hawk some loogies because I'm out of tissue, and I just it was the closest to puking in my mouth I've ever had.
After it was like dropping one of those, the mic, you would have been puking. That would have been fantastic.
Have you ever burped right before you puked?
I don't like puking. I hate puking.
I know, but have you ever gone but it's juicy and wet and that stomach acid?
I'm
about to puke.
I've had the hairy buffaloes,
in the middle of puking.
The hairy buffaloes in St. Cloud, and
right, actually, yeah,
and going outside and doing the burp and a little bit shot out of the mouth, it was almost like a little spit up. I didn't puke, but it was like a pre.
That was basically what happened. That was basically what happened.
Yummy. All right, here we go. All right, so we have the 3-drop Mana Rock tournament, and we had the Elite 8 this week. We had Chromatic Lantern going against Midnight Clock. We had Inspiring Statuary going against Cursed Mirror. We had Basalt Monolith going against Skyclave Relic. Relic of Legends against Commander Sphere. And here we go. We had voting on YouTube, which was our biggest voting. Discord, second biggest voting, and Twitter, which had 4 votes on each thing. So
Twitter got 4 votes? Jesus, Twitter. Fuck you.
Yeah, it's just
fuck
nothing. I don't want to waste my time with posting it, but I do to be like, oh,
You
maybe
do. I stopped posting there.
All right. So first matchup, we have Chromatic Lantern against Midnight Clock. Number 1 against the number 9. Where do you think this one ended up? Now, this was my matchup against my matchup, so both of these were my picks. So you have no bias in this. Where do you think that this should have gone?
Chromatic Lantern's going to destroy.
Percentage-wise, where do you think? Where are we at?
70-30? Maybe even 80-20?
Semi-close. 66% for Chromatic Lantern.
What?
Yeah, a little bit closer. And that wasn't the biggest blowout. That was not the biggest blowout of the week.
I bet you it was Statuary.
Our next one is Basalt Monolith. So number 2 going against number 10 Skyclave Relic. So both of these are your
me
picks.
Versus me.
Yeah.
I still think like Basalt Monolith wins, but I would play Relic over Monolith because of the combo aspects, like indestructibility, not having it go away, the ability to have a kick. Like that's where I'm at. But I still
you think this
Monolith
one's closer or further away than the?
I think it's closer. You're
right. 60% voted for Basalt Monolith in this one, so we get 60-40 on that. Our next matchup is Inspiring Statuary, cheating as Inspiring Statuary, number 4 pick against number 12 pick. But also both of these, because your number 12 pick took out my Vexing Puzzle Box the week before.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, the other way around. It beat my Decanter. That's what it was. Decanter of Endless Water. So number 12, Cursed Mirror against number 4, Inspiring Statuary. Where do you think this shook out? This was our biggest blowout, by the way.
This is our biggest blowout
of the week.
Fuck. You're all wrong. Statuary is way better than Mirror. I know Mirror won because you're all a bunch of assholes.
71% Cursed Mirror. Upset special.
You're so wrong.
Upset special.
Inspiring Statuary for 3 mana gets you so much mana.
Yeah, but Cursed Mirror can be anything on the battlefield.
For a turn.
For a turn, and it has haste.
It could even be Inspiring Statuary.
It could even be a boat. You know how much we wanted one of those.
I know.
Well, let's take the mystery box. All right. So Cursed Mirror moves on. A number 12 seed moves on.
Fucking
all right,
disappointing.
Last matchup is my number 3 Relic of Legends against your number 6 Commander's Sphere. Where do you think this is our closest matchup?
Really? Okay, maybe. I'm gonna go Commander's Sphere though.
59% Relic of Legends. Number 3 takes down Commander's Sphere. So
wow.
It was our closest matchup. Though,
I'm
59%.
surprised by that.
Yeah.
That Honor Worn Shaku did not get here. Like,
but this one with the legendary, like the any color, like the Shaku is colorless. So I think that the color fixing is really important on this.
But they're like the same. Like this has to be a creature. And that can be anything legendary.
Right, but you're tapping, how many times are you going to play Planeswalkers? Lands, you're already tapping them for land. So you're talking about, there's not
equipment.
Right, but how often?
Enchantments.
There isn't a lot of those, though. You know, you're talking about a very...
Instance.
You're talking... Instant... We're just naming things at this point.
Yes, we are.
All right, so this is our new matchup. So we have Chromatic Lantern. Let's get to the actual matchups here. We have Chromatic Lantern, number 1 seed, going against the number 12 seed, Cursed Mirror.
Woo.
Lowery's Cursed Mirror. So where are you thinking this one's going to match? I mean, you're not swaying people. Just use your truth goggles here.
It's not truth goggles right now. That's next week.
Okay.
I think this is going to be, I mean, clearly there was the biggest blowout with Mirror, and I think it's a highly, highly underdog thing, even though those two words don't work together. Like I'm wanting them to.
Highly underdog.
But I think Cursed Mirror has a chance. Let's say that. I think it has a chance. Lantern's overrated. That's fine. What do we got? What's the other side?
And then we have Basalt Monolith against Relic of Legends, number 2 and number 3. So we have the number 1, the number 2, and the number 3 picks in the final 4. Right. Inspire and Statuary would have been the number 4, so we would have had 1, 2, 3, and 4, but it lost last week. Just
well, I don't think Relic of Legends gets. It should not be Relic of Legends versus Chromatic Lantern. Let's say that.
Why?
Those aren't the 2 best.
Yes, they are. Why are
no,
they not?
They're not.
Yes,
no, they're not.
This is a fantastic card. You're able
and
to.
I'm going to say that it would
least.
Also be super wild if it was like Curse Mirror versus Relic of Legends. Like that does not make sense. That it just doesn't like compute for me. That would I just think it's gonna end up being Basalt Monolith versus Lantern.
Combo against mana fixing, pretty much.
Yeah. I think that's how it's gonna end up.
Legends has a chance in that it's a multiple potential tap for any color. And you have a legendary creature, your commander typically, unless it's the planeswalk. Well, no. Yeah, it's creature. You typically have a legendary creature as your commander, so you at least typically have 2. So it's either do you want Combo-rific, which Basalt, Relic over Commander Sphere was our closest last week, but Basalt was 60%, so it was only 1% behind.
Yeah.
So people were voting for Skyclave. So we'll it was very close.
Let's go with this too, though. Like if it is Relic of Legends versus Lantern, like there's no way that Legends Relic wins.
Chromatic's gonna be
Chrome
hard.
Lantern. It's gonna be hard to beat.
Right.
But I don't think there's any way that Relic wins. Monolith at least has maybe a chance.
I will give you that. I think Basalt gives you the combo player voting.
Yeah.
Whereas if you had Relic against Commander or Chromatic Lantern, most people are going to vote Chromatic. Like I think the better matchup for the finals is going to be Basalt with Chromatic. But you got to get through this week first. And hey, Chromatic going against Curse Mirror. Curse Mirror can be any creature that is on the battlefield. It's not just your creature. It's any creature that's on the battlefield. Become a copy of any creature.
I thought it was artifact and creature. So it can't be another statuary. All right.
No. So
it has to be a creature.
Any creature on the battlefield. So that's a good entering the battlefield, and it has haste. I mean, that's pretty brutal if somebody else has some pretty crazy shit on it. I like Cursed Mirror. I've played it in I play red decks. You know that, right?
That's true.
I like that.
That's true. You do. I've seen you play a red deck or two.
Yeah.
For the last 3 years.
All right. That should do it for this week. You guys can vote for any of these. These will be up on YouTube. That is the main place to vote. Yep. You can also do the 4 votes on Twitter if you want, or the Discord. We get a lot of votes there. So if you're a part of the Discord, you can vote in multiple places. We will announce the winners.
And if you're voting on Twitter, also go find Bill from Woodbury, and he has his corgi in a dog competition. Go vote for him too.
There we go. Hey, there's a good shout out. Good ups, Lowery. All right, guys.
We're sending 4 people his way. I don't know how much of a shout out it is.
It's 3 right now, so we like it.
And one of them's Bill. All right.
All right. Thank you guys for joining. We will catch you guys next week.
Thanks for listening.
See ya.
Bye. Get better, Josh.
Love boobs. I'm talking tatas. Love
Josh,
boobs.
I hope you're
I'm
alive.
fuckers for honkers.
We miss you.
What happened to him? He's
Thanks for the memories.
I feel like he collapsed like a horror comedy, like the Addams Family thing. Where
he wrote So
he did, and then fucking disappeared,
and then he dropped off.
Where did he go? I'm half-ass worried about him.
I know. And maybe that's the bit. Maybe it's to keep us worried. We're like, fuck. Where did Josh go? You guys killed me. Maybe he ghosts us. That was his opportunity to get just away from us. He's like,